Episode 4, Abyss of Nightmares. The town had plunged into darkness, terror reigning over every street and alley. Shadows seemed to writhe with malevolence, and a sense of impending doom hung heavy in the air. Emily and Sarah's lives were no longer their own. They were ensnared in a nightmare from which there seemed to be no escape. The once innocent dolls that populated the dollhouse had transformed into nightmarish abominations. Twisted smiles stretched impossibly wide across their faces, and their eyes glowed with a malevolent hunger. Their whispers grew louder and more sinister, carrying promises of suffering and despair. Driven by desperation, Emily resolved to confront the epicenter of the curse, the very heart of the dollhouse. Armed with the tear of eternity and the silver dagger, she led Sarah into the ruins, determined to end the terror that had consumed their lives. The atmosphere inside the dollhouse was suffocating, the air thick with an unnatural chill. The dolls' whispers grew into a cacophony, their words intertwining with haunting music that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Shadows danced across the floor, each flicker carrying a sense of dread. In the center of the room, Emily placed the tear of eternity on a makeshift altar. Its radiance cast eerie shadows that seemed to dance with a life of their own. With trembling hands, she raised the silver dagger, her voice quivering as she began the incantation that would unravel the curse. The room shuddered as an unearthly wind howled through its shattered windows. The spectral woman appeared, her presence a maelstrom of darkness. Her eyes burned with an insatiable hunger, and her voice was a symphony of torment. "You are mine, as all before you," the witch snarled, her voice a discordant chorus of despair. "Your futile resistance only deepens your agony." Emily and Sarah's voices wavered but remained resolute as they continued the ritual. The room seemed to pulse with a malevolent heartbeat, the walls closing in as though to crush them under the weight of their fear. The dolls' twisted forms twitched and spasmed in time with the ritual's rhythm. The atmosphere warped, reality itself unraveling. The room bled with a sickening darkness, and the walls seemed to writhe like living flesh. Emily's vision blurred, and the boundaries between the living and the dead, the real and the surreal, became indistinguishable. As the ritual reached its crescendo, the tear of eternity erupted with blinding light, pushing back the encroaching darkness. The witch's form contorted, her screams reverberating through the very fabric of reality. The malevolent energy surged, a tidal wave of agony and hatred. With a final, bone-chilling shriek, the witch's form fractured and shattered. The room convulsed, and Emily and Sarah were ensnared in a vortex of chaos, their senses assaulted by a symphony of nightmarish images. And then, silence. When Emily awoke, she found herself standing amidst the wreckage of the dollhouse. The air was still, the malevolence had abated, and an eerie calm settled over the ruins. Or had it truly ended? To be continued. Note: the story is entirely fictional and created for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real events or persons is purely coincidental. Dear listener, thanks for watching KKJ Haunting Horror Stories. Subscribe. Thanks once again for your support. Like and share our channel for exciting and horror stories. Hit the bell icon for all new stories notification.